Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting installment of Wrestling Rampage. The two amigos are back in this bitch.
These two fat bastards.
That's
Right.
right.
Right. Um.
I had a good meal, so I'm definitely one.
Yeah.
Could you afford it?
Well, anyway, we're back, Tommy, and
Maybe I should have filmed myself eating it.
could have. People love that show on YouTube, apparently. But
What do they call those SMR?
well,
Where you film yourself eating?
mud bangs or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think that's what they're called.
Mu-
I don't
mu-
know. I
is
don't
it
know.
is it mukbangs
Is
or
it
something?
mukbang or
Yeah,
mukbang?
yeah,
I don't know.
something.
I don't watch that stuff. So I don't know.
Watching people eat is kind of cringy to me personally, but it is what it
Me
is.
too.
But Tommy, what we're going to be doing today is recently in the do a little Thunderbolt Patterson. In the recently,
Yes.
I have bought some WWF Hasbros. Also, I want to show you all some the ones I got for Christmas. I mean, I did show you during the Christmas video, but we'll show you a little more up close, personal with them. But I do collect WWF Hasbro figures pretty much exclusively. There isn't too much.
You do get the WWE one type ones too.
The WWE retros I'll buy as well, if I find them for a decent price. It is. But yeah, looking forward to show you guys this stuff. There's about what 10 Hasbro's here? Yeah, 10. And
10.
so and we'll have maybe some anecdotal stories,
That's right.
especially about this one right here.
Oh yeah.
But nonetheless,
And about this one, this ugly son of a bitch.
that ugly son of a bitch. But before we do get started with that, though, there is some stuff we wanna discuss with you real quick.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested, we do have some merch available. And of course, my computer's being an asshole right now. It's not letting me see over this bullshit. But anyway, we got some stickers available. If you guys would like some stickers, you can get the stickers from us. They are free.
Yes, they are. They're absolutely free.
We're going to show you guys the stickers right now. We have the classic Wrestling Rampage logo.
That's right.
The one most people remember us as.
Big shout out to Video Game XD.
Yeah, Video Game XD was the ones that made that. We got this one with a big shout out to Damo
from the Bold Leaders Wrestling Podcast, baby.
He made this sticker for us.
Make the pop look like Don Morocco.
Don Morocco. Now, unfortunately, showing this off is not the best option here. It doesn't really show it very well. Maybe if I hold up my hand, maybe it might show it a little bit better. Yep, it does. There you go.
There we
go. Boom. Let's go back to this one too.
Yeah, just to be fucking safe.
Just to be safe. Boom. So those stickers are available as well as the new Wrestle Rampage logo, as us as the Three Stooges.
That's right.
Personally, there. Since 2014, we've been doing this for over 10 years now.
Yes, we have.
And
enjoyed every minute of it.
Absolutely. And if you guys want the stickers, they are free. You can stick them on your laptop, refrigerator, your car, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Burn them, whatever you want to do.
Well, a lot of haters do that.
Well, speaking of the
naysayers.
the haters and the naysayers. And if you guys want to support us with just a slight bit of cheddar,
we ain't gonna get any of it.
Yeah, most of this goes towards the shipping. Pretty much what our buy cost is what your guys' buy cost is pretty much going to be.
Yeah.
We have the Wrestling Rampage enamel pin, and that is still available. If you guys want an enamel pin, they are $7, very cheap for an enamel pin. Great quality. And if you want an enamel pin, you can get one. All you gotta do is get in contact with me or Tommy. $7 will get you a pin. You can put it on your shirt, put it on a book bag, purse, what have you. So if you guys want to
Sure.
want a pin, just to commemorate us with some merch, get yourself a pin. $7 all in, get you a pin. Now that being said, Tommy, growing up,
in Rome, Georgia. Remember Arn Anderson?
yeah. Well, growing up in the Indiana and Kentucky areas, because that's where me and Tommy grew up. We grew up in Indiana for about 10 years of our life, roughly, and well, more like 8 years of our life. And then we moved to Kentucky when we were about 8.
Yep.
Well, you were probably 9. I was 8 at the time, and we've been living in Kentucky since. And
and the weather sucks.
And the weather sucks, but actually feels pretty good today.
Yeah, it feels great right now. Look, I feel great. We ain't freezing our fucking balls off.
Growing up, Tommy, wrestling fans.
Yep.
And when you're a wrestling fan growing up in the in the 90s, one thing does come to mind, and that's not only VHSs and video games, but the toys.
Yeah.
And the line that WWF had in the early 90s was WWF Hasbro. And I am a WWF Hasbro collector. I have with this now, I have a big portion of it already done. I'm not kidding. I have minus maybe Dusty Rhodes, The Undertaker, both of the Shawn Michaels, the one with the black and silver and the red and white, and Razor Ramon. Without those, the last I need to get is like the actual expensive ones. And we're talking about your Bart and Billy Gunn, your Adam Bomb,
Ludwig Borga.
Ludwig Borga, 1, 2, 3 Kid. Nails is in that category as well. So Yokozuna as well. Which, when you're looking at those, you're looking at hundreds of dollars.
You got the British Bulldog?
I do have the British Bulldog.
You got the one in One Night Only 97 when the little kid was putting that Hasbro in his shot's face and he put it down his crotch?
Yes, I have that one. I have that one. I don't have that Pacific one that went down HBA's crotch, I don't think, but I do have that British Bulldog. But Tommy, not only that, but I do have a Hasbro ring.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I've been wanting to change the ropes on it because the ropes were from the fucking 90s. They were old, crusty.
Wouldn't even work.
Yeah, they had no spring to them, nothing, right? So I've been wanting to replace the ropes for the longest time, but I never found the ropes. There was one guy on eBay selling the ropes. He sold the ropes with the stickers on the ring. The guy wanted like $35 for it. I was like, I'm not paying $35 fucking dollars for fucking ropes, okay?
And stickers.
And stickers. Now I will say this: all the stickers on my ring is okay except for the WWF one in the middle. You know, the one where a lot of people use the wrestlers. But so I mean, I don't really care about that personally, but
if you could get it for cheap, you'll fix it.
You know, if I can get it for cheap, I'll fix it. But I'm it's not a big issue to me. But Tommy, for some odd reason, there is a new guy on eBay selling the ropes, and he sold for $13. I was like, there we go. That's what I want to get. So this is my WWF Hasbro. This is from 1989. This is the first wave of the Hasbro. Now, like I said, like a lot of the stickers are actually fine except for the middle one. Like if you look down here, you'll see the WWF and see that one's actually not bad. And then you got on this side, you got WrestleMania and you got Hulk Hogan there. and that's fine. And it's a very clean ring. I've actually cleaned it up pretty well. And yeah, the only one that's messed up is the one in the middle. I mean, granted, it is what it is. Do you know how much these rings are?
A lot of money.
They're anywhere from $60 to $100 if you get this ring. I actually got this from a coworker, and I got it for decently cheap. Now the ropes were just pretty much loose as hell and everything, and actually he was just going to give me the ring, and I was like, nah, man, I can't do that. I ended up paying him like $20 for the ring, but he appreciated it, so it was what it was, and I got the ring, so here it is. And like I said, I replaced the ropes. We have the blue, white, and red ropes, and they are very springy.
I was surprised you didn't do like the house show I showed you on live event, where the ropes were like this: blue here, white here, red here.
Yeah.
You should have fucked it up and done like they did.
Nah, I want to be somewhat original, damn it. But I got the ropes. I got the new ropes on. They were somewhat of a pain in the ass because you have to. What you want to do is you want to tuck the knots into the corner of the of the ring post. So you don't see the rope, the knot on the rope. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of tuck it in the ring post. And I actually did over in this corner. You can kind of see the knots in the ring post there.
Yeah.
But it looks nice now. It looks really nice. So I got that fixed for $13. So glad to get my Hasbro ring somewhat up to date. And then Tommy, I got a bunch of Hasbros here.
Yep.
For Christmas, I ended up getting from my son. My son bought me a couple of Hasbros. I actually have the Ultimate Warrior. So, and like all of them are actually in really good shape. I mean, I realize like these figures are fucking old.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking on the Warrior's ass here, it says 1991. In 1991, I was 1. Tommy was 2. So that shows you how old these fucking figures are. So you're looking at fucking 35-year-old figures here, guys. So it is what it is. But we got Ultimate Warrior. I believe this is the second Warrior. The first Warrior was the green one where it does the hop. So this one looks a lot better. Now I know I don't have the third one either. But the third one is supposed to be like the more like that's where they got the perfect Ultimate Warrior. This one ain't too bad. I actually like this one. So I got the Warrior there. And then my son got me Andre the Giant. And he does
got a couple of specks on the back there.
Yeah, there's a few paint chips here and there, but it's relatively good shape.
Yeah, it's in decent shape.
So I'm not complaining too much about it. And by the way, we could actually check and see if some of the actions work on this or not. It doesn't look like the Ultimate Warrior's action works too well, but it's fine. Because
you don't play with these anymore.
I don't really play with them. I actually use them as like pretty much
collection pieces.
Yeah, they're collection pieces. It'd be nice if all the actions work, but it's not a requirement. Warriors used to be the gorilla press, where he'd pull back and he kind of fling the opponent, but he doesn't do it. But it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to me. Like, I mean, the good thing is like his fingers are all still there, and he's in relatively good shape. That's all that really matters. And same thing with Andre the Giant. Got Andre there, and all of his WrestleMania 3 glory there.
What year did Andre come out?
It says on the back 1990.
1990.
So yeah, and he does the headbutt.
Yeah, the headbutt.
Which his action does work. So So glad to have Andre, and Andre does stand a little taller than the Warrior. You guys can't see it, but he does stand a little more taller than the Ultimate Warrior because he's a giant, damn it, right? But my son got me those, and then my dad got me a couple of figures. We have Con Man Thompson. Now we have Hakeem the African Dream.
That's right.
I liked Hakeem
I did too.
personally.
I liked Hakeem too.
And once again, there's a few paint chips. I mean, you gotta realize these figures are old as hell, so it's gonna happen. 1990 as well. This is from one of the first series, and he has the same action as Andre, so he has the headbutt. So yeah, so he does his action as well. So I got Hakeem there. And then we have Bret Hart, which a few paint chips. This Bret was 91. I think it was from Series 4, if I'm not mistaken. But we got Bret Hart. Now, I know there's the one that's like the Melloway with like the silver glasses and shit. And it's like, if I have the money or whatever and I want to get it, I'll get it then. But I'm not gonna rush out and put a bunch of money on these figures. I believe that if I'm not mistaken, I think the Hitman has the heart attack punch. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he does his heart attack punch. Yep, he does it. There's his action right there. So yeah, Bret works. Like I said, there's a few paint chips on his feet, as you can tell, but it is what it is.
Still looks in decent shape.
Looks in decent shape overall. I've seen some Hasbros that were completely trashed.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to complain if there's a few paint chips on them, or some paint chips missing or whatever. I think my dad said he got those together for maybe like, what do you say? Maybe $30, $35, something like that. Then my son got Andre and Warrior for like 25 or something like that. So not bad. Not bad. Now these I spent a little bit of money on. And we're going to show off some of these figures. Two of them I bought separately, and then one I bought an entire lot of. And a lot, it's not a lot, but an LOT lot, where they put a bunch of them together. And the reason why I bought them is because I didn't have any of them. Okay? So, with that, Tommy, you want to grab one of the first ones we got there?
Yeah. We got from 1991, Bushwhacker Luke.
Bushwhacker Luke. And I actually met Bushwhacker Luke at our local fair. He was there. Nice guy. Nice guy.
This is from 1991. Does he do the thing? Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He stomps.
He does. He does the stomp. So if you pull back his arm far enough, he'll do a stomp. We'll show you. There you go. There's the stomp. So his action works.
Bushwhacker Luke.
Bushwhacker Luke. Once again, a few paint chips here and there, but overall in pretty good shape. This is actually the re-release version of the Bushwhackers. They had the first tag team set where the singlets were black and their camo was like a darker gray. Those are more common. This is the one that's not that common. It is missing the hat. But it is what it is, I'm not like when it comes to some of the accessories, good luck trying to get some of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding. Fucking Damien by itself is like $30. I'm not paying $30 for a fucking rubber snake, okay? For a little fake rubber snake. But believe it or not, this is now. Unfortunately, I didn't get Butch. Butch was not in the lot, so I'll have to find Butch later on. But Luke is worth like $35 roughly. So it wasn't too bad. We have this figure. This figure also brings back memories because I had this one as a kid.
Until you lost it.
Yeah, until I lost it. I lost a lot of my Hasbro figures over time. You know, sometimes we moved or whatever. You left stuff behind. John Gonzalez. A really good one, actually. There isn't too many, besides on his back there's a few paint chips missing, but other than that, he's actually in relatively good shape. So, as my son calls him, Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
That's what my son called him. But Elegante, John Gonzalez. Nice. His action is where his hand moves with his foot, and the other one does the back way. So his action does work. So that's nice, and relatively clean action figure too. This one by itself is worth like $35 as well. So not bad for John Gonzalez. Now, Tommy, not only did me and you have, we did have the Bushwhackers growing up too.
Yep.
And we had Elegante, John Gonzalez. We also had this tag team.
Yes. We have Samu, Head Shrieker Samu, and Fatu.
And Fatu.
The Head Shrinker.
The Head Shrinker. So we got Fatu. That was my bad. Fatu and Samu, the Head Shrinkers. Both of them in the lot. They're once again.
They do their action too.
Yep, they do the jumping action, and they both do it. So, pretty much roughly, not too many paint chips, just a little bit on the feet. But other than that, really nice. And me and Tommy know this because we actually had these growing up.
Yep.
So it's nice to have these back in the collection for sure. And the Head Shrinkers, they're worth like $50 together. If you try to find if you try to buy them on eBay, like together, like this, in a lot, it's worth like $50. Now with the Head Shrinkers and Bushwhacker Luke and Giant Gonzalez, I bought this entire lot off of the eBay for $100. I don't think that was too bad, personally.
No, I don't think I was too bad.
Because the Head Shrinkers by themselves are $50.
Elegante's what, 35?
$35, and then
Bushwhacker Luke's probably about 35 too, right?
Yeah, he's roughly about 35 by himself as well. So I mean, came out ahead a little bit by about $20 or so by buying them in a lot. So I figured that's a pretty decent deal. I didn't have any of them, so might as well buy them to put them in the collection, right? And then we got the last two that I bought singly. And the reason why I bought these singly is because I was looking at them, and on eBay you can put a heart on it to kind of like save it. Sometimes a seller will send an offer to a buyer at a somewhat lower price, and that's what they did, and that's the reason why I got these figures. That's the only reason why I bought these figures, because I mean, granted, I saved maybe $5 to $7 each on these figures. I didn't save too much on them, But it's nice to know that you could save a few dollars off of some of these figures if need be, and I'm glad to have them in my collection. Tom, what's the first one we got there?
Well, let's see if they can figure out who the hell this is. Do you really know who this is?
Yeah, who is this? Look at that fucking face.
Look at that face.
Jesus Christ.
Does that look like the Nature Boy Ric Flair to you?
Come on. Focus in on that fucking face.
Focus in on that ugly ass fucking face. There you go.
Look at that.
Does that look like Ric Flair to you?
Does that look like the Nature Boy to you?
Does that look like, woo, the Nature Boy Ric Flair to you? No, to me, it looks like a fucking cheap ass knockoff version of Ric Flair.
It does. But yeah, we got the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Supposedly Nature Boy Ric Flair.
We got the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
It is a Hasbro.
It is Hasbro. It is
Hasbro.
This one's from 90.
Had to be 92, 91.
It says 90 on the back of it.
1990.
And you got the RF on the boots. RF and
RF on the side of his tights.
And then you get RF on the crotch.
Okay, on the pew.
And this one is also like Rick Rude in the first series.
Yep.
He has the punching action.
That's what Flair's got.
Yeah, so you can put one of the guys' heads right here, and you can do the punches.
And that's what Flair's got.
And that's what Flair's action is. He'll do the punches to the head. Which, I mean, some people were complaining about that, but I was like, that Flair used to do that.
Yeah, so he used to
go,
I
had no problem.
So I ain't gonna play. It's one of his actions.
Yeah, so I didn't have too much of an issue with that. I mean, I will say this: the figure's not that great. I'll be honest with you. Actually, the re-release version of this from the Mattel Retros looks a lot better than this. I'm gonna be honest, but for nostalgia purposes, we got the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
The Nature Boy Ric Flair.
A few paint chips here and there, a little bit on his head there. You can tell there was a few spots there on his head, but
he's going bald anyway. So.
Yeah. This one I ended up getting for like $20 roughly.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Flair goes for around 30. So I saved a little bit of money on him. Not too bad. The Nature Boy Ric Flair. And the last one, we have a little story.
Yeah,
story time. This one has eluded me for a while, and it's because this one is a childhood one, kind of like Elegante here, John Gonzalez. This one I had as a kid, and my brother, this guy, broke it.
Well, you broke my Ted DiBiase.
Whoa, you broke this one first, okay?
Well, but you broke my Ted DiBiase, so I broke out.
Me and him got into some argument, and this is back in maybe 97, 98 maybe. Because it was when we were living in Kentucky. I know that because actually it was when we were living at that trailer back. We lived in a trailer in Magnolia, Kentucky at some point, and I remember it vividly. I've always been collecting Hasbros, but back then, you only got so much as like an allowance or anything, and the only ones that you get is maybe for your birthday or Christmas or whatever. And I remember specifically, my mom and dad ended up getting me. Now I'm not a huge fan of this person either, to be honest with you, but it brings back memories. We have
hey, Nick Kurtz, your boy. Keep rookin'. Marty Jannetty.
Keep rookin' instead of keep rocking. That shows you how fucking smart Marty is. Marty Jannetty.
And it's fucking Saved by the Bell tights.
It is Saved by the Bell tights. Not screams 90s. Look at that shit. But yeah. And on the back it says 1990 on it. But this is Marty Jannetty. This is when he had his singles run in the WWF, as well as like teaming with the 1-2-3 Kid. You know, mom and dad always got us Hasbros when they could, and I remember vividly me and Tommy got into an argument, and this motherfucker beside me grabs my Marty Jannetty, lifts it straight up into the air, and smashes it on the fucking kitchen, on the kitchen floor. And my Marty broke in two. And so I went and grabbed his green Ted DiBiase.
The one you replaced.
And I replaced him as a Christmas gift just recently. I grabbed his Ted DiBiase and I smashed that motherfucker as well. And then the fight got broken up. But I got Marty back in. And Marty goes for like $40, believe it or not.
That version of Marty does.
Yeah. The one with the rockers doesn't go for much.
That's pretty cheap.
You know, it's like $10 or less, to be honest with you. But this is the one because Marty only had two figures. It was the rockers and this one, and this one goes for like
Sean had three.
Yeah, Sean had three. He had the rockers, he had the red and white, and then he had.
I used to have the black and gold one.
Black and silver.
Yeah, black and silver. I used to have that one.
Yeah, he used to have that one
until it got lost, like always.
Like
when you move.
Yeah, like a lot of our stuff got lost. Like we had like. I only have one Hasbro that survived, and that was IRS. And unfortunately, I wrote shit on him, and I colored his face red with a marker to get blood and everything. I'm gonna have to replace IRS, but I'll never get rid of my childhood IRS though. I don't give a fuck if he has a red face or not. Damn it, but
it's staying.
It's staying. But we have Mario Jannetty. I think he said I think the guy had it for like $35, and he sent me an offer of $30, so I took it. You know, so I got Marty back, and Tommy, you ain't smashing.
You got Keep Rookin' back.
I got Keep Rookin' back, and Tommy, you ain't smashing my fucking Marty.
I don't give a fuck about his Saved by the Bell ass.
Then why'd you break my Marty back today, motherfucker?
Because you pissed me off.
You pissed me off.
You broke my goddamn Ted DiBiase. We were even, motherfucker.
Not really fucking. I mean, I paid maybe $13 for Ted DiBiase to get Ted DiBiase back for Tommy. I had to pay fucking $30 to get fucking Marty back.
Yeah, but you got Ric Flair on top of it. 2 for 1, motherfucker.
He sucks. That figure sucks.
Well, who cares? It's Ric Flair. Ric Flair.
Yeah, it's Ric Flair. Ric Flair.
Keep rooting himself. Look at that fat ass belly.
Yeah, he does have a big old fucking belly on there. I ain't gonna lie to you. We forgot to see the action.
Yeah, what's his action?
It's the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has his action. Which, if you want to, you can just like raise his hands up a little bit higher, and he can do this. So let's see. The only one that didn't have his action at work was the Ultimate Warrior.
Yep. So
not bad. All the other ones worked. So yeah, this is just a little update video for the Hasbros. I'm trying to collect them as I go. I got majority of them, except for the last like line or two, which those are the ones that are a little more harder to find. I'm gonna have a hard time getting, you know, Atom Bomb, 1-2-3 Kid,
the Smoking Guns,
Ludwig Borga, Yokozuna.
Didn't Luger come out with one?
Luger, yes. I don't have Luger either. The ones I'm missing that I know right off the top of my head, I'm missing the second series of, okay, I'm missing like Dusty Rhodes. I'm missing The Undertaker. I'm missing I'm missing Nails. I'm missing.
I know you got Virgil.
I do have Virgil.
Gotta have Virgil.
Huh?
Gotta have Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil. I think I only paid like $10 for Virgil, so I was like, yeah, I'll buy Virgil for $10. Let's see. What else am I missing? Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Not the first series. It's the
You got
second
the Warlord?
one. I have the Warlord.
Okay.
I'm missing.
I know you got Tito.
Yeah. I got El Matador. I'm missing Rick Steiner. I have Scott. I just don't have Rick.
You got Papa Shango.
I don't have Papa Shango. I don't have the Legion of Doom. I don't have the Nasty Boys.
You got Axe. You got Smash and Crush and Axe, right?
I have all of Demolition. Oh, that's another that's another high end one that's going to be coming is Crush. Rather it's Kona Crush or Evil Crush.
How about the orange?
That's Kona Crush.
Oh.
So those are going to be a little harder to find. I mean, unless I want to pay a bunch of money, which I don't.
You want to get them when it's on sale, or
I want
to find them for cheap.
Yeah, like
a decent price.
Like all the other ones that I have left are more of the high dollar-ish
If you
ones.
can find them for a decent price.
If I can find them for a decent price, I'll pick them up. Like I mean, I might be missing maybe one or two.
You got Doink?
I don't have Doink. I have the Mountie. I don't have the second version of the Big Boss Man. I need to get him.
What's the second version?
The first version is the one.
I know the blue, right?
Well, they're both blue.
Oh.
The first version was the one where his hands went like this.
Oh.
The second one was with the arm.
Oh.
So like the clothesline. But
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam is hard to find. So like I said, I'm getting. I'm knocking a lot of the cheaper ones out right now.
I know you got Tatanka.
I got Tatanka. I got Kerry Von Erich. I need to get Mr. Perfect in the blue. I got Mr. Perfect in the yellow, but I don't have him in the blue. So there's a lot of them I need to get. But I have.
I know you got Skinner, the Alligator Man.
Yeah, you got me Skinner.
Hell yeah, I knew.
So.
I got you that because I knew Skinner sucked, and I knew that's what I got him for.
Skinner sucks, so that's why I got him for you. I appreciate that, Jay.
Well, you didn't have the son of a bitch, did you?
You didn't have the motherfuckers.
You didn't have fucking Skinner, the Alligator Man, did you?
No.
I think you got Skinner. Who had a great match at WrestleMania 8 with Owen Hart.
That was a good match.
Oh, it sure was.
Well, also, you remember when we were a kid, Tommy? We had the Macho Man.
Yeah.
The one.
The one with the.
Ooh yeah.
With the.
Ooh yeah jacket.
Yeah, and the fucking hat.
And the hat.
I had that Macho Man. The fucking hat was off, and all I saw was a square Macho Man head.
Yeah. That's another one from our childhood. We had the Macho Man and the oh yeah, which is like white and green attire, and for some odd reason
his hat came off.
His hat came off, and we couldn't find his hat anymore. So we had a square headed Macho.
Yep.
It was funny, but nonetheless, I have majority of them, but I'm still missing quite a bit. So I'm trying to knock those out little by little, where I'm not, emptying the bank account on them. But not bad. 10 of them down. We'll see how much more I can go. But hope that you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up. Share it over social media. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter. X at Wrestle Rampage. I should have had the scroll bar scroll at the bottom, but I'm a fucking idiot. Hold on 1 second for you guys.
I guess you could do it before we exit out of here.
Yeah, I could probably do that before we exit out of here. There we go. For me being a dumbass. There you go.
There you go. There's all social media right down there.
Yeah, there's all social media. Follow us on Twitter, X at Wrestle Rampage. You can follow me and Tommy on Instagram. You guys see our Instagrams down there at the bottom. And guys, hit us up. And we got some more videos coming out to you guys.
Yes.
Slowly but surely, guys.
Yeah, we got more videos coming out.
So, come back to the Wrestle Rampage YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
That's right. See you guys.